everybody, I am xxxx. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you're all really well. I thought I'd just do a quick video because I felt like crap all week. I did my angel videos last weekend and I was getting better and I'd had some healing, and then within a couple of days I just flopped again. I actually think I got food poisoning or something, but anyway, so apologies. That's why the second half of the readings, the other 6 that I didn't do straight away, are a little bit slower at coming out. I'm just starting to feel myself again, yay. So they're coming out. I think I've got 3 left to do. I've got Sagittarius down here. I've already drawn the cards, so they're going to come out tonight after I've done this video. But I just thought I'd call this Freaky Friday. I had a bright idea this morning, probably not actually, me and my ideas when I come out with them, but I thought it would be a good idea, or I thought it'd be quite exciting to get a few of you more involved with the channel. I did that Reiki video, as you know, with Shani last week, about a week ago, and quite a few of you commented on it and you really enjoyed it and everything. And I like doing stuff like that. I like doing you know, the guidance videos that I do for you and things like that, and my little hangouts with other people. And I thought, I wonder if it would be a good idea to invite some of you to, now I can't do it on Skype. I've been through that about Skype. I just cock it up and it blows up and it stops and it freezes, and I can't do things like that. And it took quite a few goes actually with Shani on Google Hangouts when I did it with her. But I thought, why don't I see if there's any subscribers out there, because I get, you know, obviously I get a lot of readings in and everything, and a few of the subscribers that I do readings for, you are healers, or you're Reiki masters, or you're tarot card readers yourself, or lots of different, you know, you work in holistic, you have holistic careers, you work in holistic things. A lot of you are going through the awakening, a lot of you are awakened, and I thought it'd be really good if maybe I could get some subscribers who are already in, you know, numerology. That'd be a really, really good one, I think, to do a talk on, about the numbers in your name and your life path and all that sort of thing. And I got all excited this morning, thought that'd be really good. Get some. So if there's any of you out there who do anything like that, or even if you've got experiences to share, things that we can talk about, things that, you know, I could interview you on, or we could just get on and have a good chat about, that would be interesting to everybody else. Don't come on and talk about football. I'm not doing football, but you know what I mean, just awakening things, spiritual realm, paranormal, whatever it is. I thought that would be a really good idea. Tell me what you think below in the comments, because I thought that would be really good. I also wanted to say, and I might have to get my things up for this, thank you to, I think it's my new subscribers that are doing this, but I've had quite a few comments on my sliders video, on my 11/11. I've had loads on my 11/11 video. Somebody watched one of my videos the other day, and it was like from months and months ago, and I thought that is really cool, because my new subscribers who haven't been with me that long, a few of you I think have gone into my old videos, the ones that I did last year and months ago, especially some of the guidance ones, and have watched them and then commented on them and said, oh brilliant, that was really good. And I really smiled at that, because I sort of have this thing where I hate to think that my videos that I did months ago or anything have sort of been lost in the stream of YouTube videos that come out along with the, you know, with the readings and everything else, and they're just sort of lost in the archives somewhere. So new subscribers, if you want to go and look at my old videos, I've changed a bit since then. I've changed a lot actually over the past year. Some of my really early ones, when I was actually going through the awakening, are quite scary to look back on. In fact, I wouldn't personally, because it's me, look back on them. But it was really nice to know. It was really nice to know. And I'm going to come out with a new Q&A for February. So questions below, that'd be great, and I'll get them answered. There was quite a few questions that I didn't have time to answer because it was only a quick one last month, and I'm sort of starting to get back into it after New Year and everything. And I know there is one person who asked me a really, really interesting question on my sliders video about if it runs in the family, and have I had psychic experiences before, and how do we control it, and it was such a good question, and I didn't have time to answer it when I did last month's Q&A, so I'm gonna definitely cover it in this month's. So I think you know who you are who left that question. I will get it answered because it's a really good one. Sometimes when my comments come up, obviously they come up in order, so I just get the latest ones first, and sometimes the list is just that long to keep going down, especially when I'm doing it live, when I'm sat here and I've not planned it and I've just come on and done it. Sometimes I miss it, and I know that there's some really good ones in there, so I am going to do a Q&A very soon, within the next few days. I'm going to get the last of the monthly readings out. Obviously you've got your angel cards and back to normal weekly tarot cards next week. I don't think it's a good thing for me to do my weekly tarot cards and my monthly ones when the monthly ones are due out, because it's just too much. It is just too much. So the other 3 weeks do my monthly ones, and then the other 3 weeks have my weekly ones, and obviously my angel cards every week as well. But yeah, so if there's anybody who quite fancies that, who wants to get on a Google Hangout with me, and we'll do a chat on, you know, ascensional symptoms, awakenings, stuff going on, because I've been very ill. I have felt quite rotten, but I've had a freaky week. That's why I'm calling this Freaky Friday. I've had a freaky week. There's been glitches. I keep noticing these strange glitches in time, and I don't know where they come. I've had them before, and as you know, I have synchronicities on a daily basis. Some of them not that strong, you know, I'll just notice a few things. Other days it's like bang 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 every single time I say something or see something, bang, there it is again, and it'll appear, which is fantastic when that happens. And when that happens, all my numbers appear as well and come out, so I know that they're close to me. I know that my angels are around me. I know they're trying to get messages through to me. This week has just been strange. I've heard of a lot of other subscribers, they've all been sick as well, so I'm not been the only one who's been feeling off this past week or so. Other people have had flu-like symptoms and things like that. To a certain extent, I think when there's a lot of us that are not feeling well and it's all at the same time, I think it's sort of consciousness, collective consciousness, the universe, and we're all doing a big collective purge of sickness, and we're just, you know, we're clearing stuff, and we're all doing it, and those are the energies that are coming in, and that's why some of us are susceptible to feeling ill. But I found quite a few people, it's like I'm ill all around me, people, you know, emailing me and that and saying the same thing, and comments in my comments box. So I think it's just been like a bit of a big purge. I know Twin Flames, they've had problems in clearing stuff, and I've had my eczema and that, so it's really interesting actually. So I think this is maybe why I want to sort of get people more involved. So if if you're in an holistic career job, if you are going through the awakening, if you are having experiences, paranormal experiences, that'd be a good one, something like that along those lines. Maybe we could get together and have a chat, because I really enjoy doing that, and I think you would enjoy hearing it. I think that, other than, it's always nice to get somebody else's point of view, it's always nice to get guidance from somebody else as well. You got guidance from Shani when we did the Reiki video last week. You know, I have my own truth about things, my own point of view, my own beliefs on things. Sometimes it's really nice to get others as well, and also to be able to marry them up and say, yeah, I know where you're coming from, I understand that, this has been happening to me as well, and collaborating and sort of joining the dots and getting things together, and then thinking, okay, you know, is there the common themes that run throughout the awakening process, things like that, the common themes through Kundalini awakening as your chakras are sort of bursting open, and your symptoms and all sorts of things like that. I think that'd be good. So if any of you are interested, you've got my email address below, just get in touch with me, and we'll see where it goes. Somebody offered me some more healing. You're in my email box. I am going to answer you, and I know that you've planned it for the 8th. So yes, that's coming as well. I will email you back. What else have I got? Yeah, freaky week. My synchronicities have been off the chart all week. And because I don't watch telly, I don't do all of that. I mainly stick to YouTube, and it's been bang, bang, bang all week. Every time I think of something or see something, it appears in my bloody YouTube feed. And sometimes I just laugh to myself, because I think it's a good job I wasn't thinking anything. What's the word? It's a good job I wasn't thinking anything too sexy, or I wasn't thinking anything, because literally whatever I think will appear. So sometimes it is, you know, when I say control your thoughts, yeah, that's a really good idea to do that, because sometimes it can be quite surprising when the stuff comes in and you think, whoa, somebody's been listening to me. Somebody's bugged my phone, my car, and they haven't, obviously. So yeah, that would be really good. And this glitch that I got this week was really strange. I looked after a friend's pet, for a little dog, for a couple of weeks while they've been away. And they text me to say that they were coming to pick up the dog, and they'd be here at, I don't know, 3:30 yesterday or something to pick up the dog. And I got the text and I went, right, okay. Looked out of my window, watched them arrive in the car, thought, brilliant, they're here. Got the little dog's lead on, got all the stuff together for it, went into the front garden to go and give the dog back, and they weren't there. And I thought, oh, that's strange. I thought, oh, maybe they've driven off around the corner or something, or they've forgotten something or whatever. And as I was stood in the front garden, they arrived again. Anyway, I didn't actually say anything at the time. I was talking to them and messing about with the dog and getting the dog in the car and everything, and it didn't dawn on me to ask them why they'd come back. Anyway, later on I texted them and said, by the way, why did you forget something? Why did you arrive at my house and then suddenly drive off? And they text back and said, well, I didn't. I only arrived when I arrived. And when I arrived, you were already, I saw that the front door was open and you were already stood outside with the dog. And I'm thinking, yeah, because you'd already arrived 2 minutes before. And I'd gone and got the lead. Oh, anyway, I didn't explain all that bit to them. But that was very strange, because and it wasn't a mistake either. I actually watched them, and I watched the person in the car, and I watched them arrive. And then they weren't there, and then but they only arrived the once, so I don't know what that was all about, but it was very strange. Also during the week, I've had a lot of dreams going on nearly every night this week, so I know that the energies are strong with ascension and everything. I know that there's different waves coming in at different times, which help us to become awake, which help us to ascend, helps our guides and angels, and they're closer to us at that time to get messages through. So there's been a lot of dreams this week. But I've also had sort of, I don't know what to call it actually. I don't know whether you would call it paranormal behavior or experience or whatever, but just weird, just freaky stuff. For about 3 nights now, I've heard knocks on my bedroom window. And the first night it happened, I just thought, oh, the cat's on the windowsill or something, and I got up and checked. No. And I got back into bed and I'm laying there and there's a bang on the window. I don't even, it's like that on my window. Obviously I'm 1 floor up, it's a 2-story house. I'm thinking, okay, I'll just ignore that. And then my daughter's bedroom door, the knob on the door to open it, started rattling. And I was listening to that every so often during the night. And it's happened for about 3 nights now. And I've just been laid there going, okay then. what's that? Why is that happening? And it sounded like my daughter was about to get up to go to the bathroom or something, and she was opening the door. She's not, she's fast asleep. So I've been hearing that as well. And I've also had that feeling of like somebody's just about to walk into my bedroom at any moment. Like I could almost expect to see somebody in my bedroom doorway or something. It's just been that feeling of there's somebody there. So it's been a very strange, it's probably not helping me not feeling well. I haven't got that much sleep with it, but it's been, and I wasn't scared either. It wasn't a scary thing particularly. It was just because I've not heard it before. It was like, okay, so what's going on? Why is this happening? To a certain extent, I think it was my twin flame energy coming through, starting to manifest, because I know they're descending at the moment. There's a lot of masculine energy and around, or it could simply, it could have been my twin flame higher self coming in, or it could have been one of my guides and angels coming in and say, hey, listen, I'm going to rattle your doorknob, my daughter's bedroom door. But as I say, I wasn't scared or anything, but it was very cool. Now, if that had happened to me a couple of years ago or something, I would have been under the bed, cowering in a corner going, oh my goodness, what's happening? But because so much stuff happens to me now, I sort of get used to it. And not in a blasé way, because I still have stuff happen and I go, oh, wow, that's really cool. So that could be something that we could do with, I'm sure, let me know your experiences and everything. But I wanted to come on and sort of share. And it's a little blog for me as well, because it helps me keep track of what's happening in my life. And, especially when things like that start to happen. And then I can look back on those sorts of things and think, okay, when, is it something to do with, is it an astrological thing that's happening? Is it something to do with that? Is it an ascension wave that's coming in? Am I clearing something? And it helps me to figure things out and work things out. So it's sort of there on record as well for me. So it's as much for me as it is for you guys as well. But I just thought that was really, and it's 5:55. So it does, and it happens day to day, but it's been very, very strong this week. So I wondered what else was happening out there with you lot, if you are having that, if you're going through the awakening, because I think even when you've been through the awakening, like you said, your consciousness just expands and expands. Eventually you never stop learning. In fact, once you're awakened, you sort of come to realize how little you really do know about things, and it's just a continual learning process. So but I thought that was cool. So I will come on with the Q&As. If anyone fancies doing something like that with me, drop me an email. That'd be really good. Questions and comments below for the Q&A. Plus I'll go through whatever I can find, and I will go through that sliders one and maybe some more 1111. But I want to move on, do a couple on there. I sort of want to move on from there into other directions, but I just feel like I want to ramp it up. Maybe it's because we're getting into February, maybe because we're coming into Chinese New Year. I just feel excited, like I just want to ramp the channel up a bit, and try out new things this year and do new things, do more guidance videos, things like that. So let me know what you think. That'd be really good. And can I think of anything else? No, I've got all my other stuff to do, so everything will come out in the Q&A, but just stick it below. But yeah, it's been a strange week. The numbers have been jumping out all over the place, and the synchronicities have been very, very high, very high. So they're obviously very close at the moment. But I like to know, I think, when things like that are happening, if it's happening to a lot of us at the same time, that's when we can collaborate and sort of look at it and think, okay, what's going on? Is there a shift? Is there a wave? What is it that's going on at the moment? Is it just purely collective consciousness? And that's what we have all got on our minds at the moment, and that's why it's coming through, but we can go through things and say more guidance videos, because I really enjoy doing those as well. and I know that it helps you. I know that it does. And again, thank you subscribers for looking at the old stuff. As I say, some of those videos, especially in the beginning, were really hard for me to do because I wasn't used to the camera. I wasn't used to talking in front. It was quite embarrassing for me. It still is sometimes. Depends how self-confident I'm feeling at the time when I do them. Sometimes I have to really force myself in front of the camera, and other times I'm just like, yay, I'm here, I'm going to talk. So it depends on what's going on inside me as well. But it's nice to know that you've sort of seen some of the older videos and the older guidance videos, the chakras, the awakening process, the sliders. I think the one that was commented on, one of them was a really old one of the universal laws, because I think I'd started making a series of videos on the universal laws, 6 or 7 of them, but I didn't get through them all. I think I only did 2 or 3 of them. So that might be something that I finish off actually over the next few weeks and get those finished off as well. But yeah, let's do a bit of expanding ourselves and expanding our consciousness, and let's start going down some more spiritual paths and more spiritual routes than maybe we've not talked about before, and things we're wondering about, and things you're thinking about, and magical things, and paranormal, all sorts. It's a complete huge just encompasses it all. So I think that'd be quite good. So yeah, put everything below, and that would be good. Thank you. Namaste, and I will speak to you soon. All right, bye.